Okay. Yep. We're probably gonna do that. Morning, Ringtail. Morning, Danny. Give me a sec on here. Okay, cool. 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 Cool, and that's it. Alright, cool. Morning, Michigan. Morning, Tiger. Morning, Darth. Hello, everybody. Hi. I was, oh my gosh, Tiger, wow. That's a name. That's a name. Morning, Teagup. Morning, Sodium. Morning, Mizu. How are you doing tonight, Mizu? How's everyone doing? How's Sodium? How's Tiger? How we doing? Oh my gosh. Tiger does have jokes. This is a legitimately funny file name. Ready for this? It's not a baby scene. We've been over this. Your weekend just started? Yo, let's go. Heck yeah. What I'm talking about.
No, that's too low.
And Ringtail with the 65 streams.
Rev up those fryers.
Morning Fanatic. Yes, we're revving up the fryers. Slam the seat on my head. Turn me into a WWE chair sandwich. Golly, dude. And Mizu, thank you for the 220 streams. Thank you. So many streams. You are broken in half. Oh my gosh. Ooh. Yeah, so I only started a little bit late because I was, well, I'm not late. I'm on time still, but a little, I didn't start when I have been, you know, like the 45, you know, like 8:45. Because I was watching Kuiper playing some of the Revan Seed earlier. Look, I don't know what kind of progression he's missing. Don't look at me. He rolled something. Morning to Jid. If anything, it's probably an Isles medal. It's probably an Isles medal, like he was saying. Gundam Girl, thank you for the 90 streams. And Darth, the 260. My gosh. These numbers keep going up. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Alright, let me get into here. And let's erase it so I can get the name in. And then Tiger with, wait a minute. Wait. Oh no, it was Ringtail earlier. Tiger with the 60 streams, thank you! I thought for a minute it, lets you, like, I don't know why I don't know. Okay, so it's Forest. Thank you so much for all the streaks and keeping up with with catching the stream. My goodness, I super appreciate it a lot. Oh, wait. I didn't delete the name. Temple. And, you know, it does help because we are pushing for partners, so people being here, it's super important. Thank you. What happened to all your pants? I mean, that's what happens with some of these predictions, Pojo. Going up at 52. As we smashed in the head. 4 minutes to get daughter to sleep. It was a hard day. Oh, dang. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that, Sodium. That's tough, dude. I'm sorry. That sucks. You have a shot at making some back, baby. Here you go. Morning, Kent. You had over 150K last week. Man, these predictions are just killing people. Draining the pans. Could be a good day. Well, that would be nice, yeah. That would be nice. You missed some odds earlier today. The bronze scale versus Zora Irons was like 90K versus like 300K. You know you did? Okay, I couldn't remember if that was reported to you or not. Stupid side class. Oh, also, I did my tech check for GDQ next week. And we're set for that now. So that felt good. Morning teas! It's not a baby seat. It's not. Late for that Gamba, yeah. Yup. I typically run it like about 5 minutes into the stream, but it's like a 15-minute prediction. So we're basically chilling here until like the 20-minute mark, for the most part. What I do. 20 minutes into the stream, you know. Yeah, that no is pretty huge right now. That's a pretty huge no. And I remember when I just wasn't good at running predictions, and like, because we found some good predictions, like, they've been going ham in the stream. I'm very happy about it. "90% of the afternoon streams, you're late." It's all good. It's all good. As long as you eventually show up here, it's all good, Tiger. He has boundaries to how long he has. I sure do. I sure do. Is this a partner push more medley? That definitely is some kind of pushing right there. Yeah, no, this is Revan. Oh, I didn't look at that clip that Sammy got earlier for that expression. I got so much stuff I had to do. I had to eat dinner, do the GDQ tech check, and then I had some house chores I needed to do that I wasn't expecting to do. Was the seat earlier? Was his bed? No, actually it wasn't. What ended up happening was, the Goron City to Bongo path ended up leading right to my captain's hat, and that led me right to Elegy and Hover Boots in Akana Graveyard. So once I had gotten that first hook shot behind Bremen Mask, like, I got all the other things that were on that path first, and then I circled back around and got the captain's hat behind Postman's hat from Goron City. The one... Yeah, Lemons had hookshot. The one snag was the Bremen Mask, and then the fact that I technically logically needed a bomb bag or Saria's song to get the Grand City to Bongo. I didn't know which one I needed. But the funny thing about it was, I eventually, because I was trying to find the Captain's Hat hint, I circled around and got Song of Storms to push for hints. And the hilarious part about it all is that, Storms locked a bomb bag, okay, in Kokiri Storm's Grotto. And I took that bomb bag to Spinning Grand Pot. That ends up being Postman's Hat. And then I go right to DMT Storm's Grotto, and DMT Storm's Grotto is what ends up having the Captain's Hat hint. And that tells me that's in South Clocktown. And I just got my Postman's Hat. I'm like, excuse me? Excuse me? So then we go and we get the Captain's Hat, and I'm like, okay. From behind the Postman's Hat. I'm like, oh, okay, so there's a chance either Hover Boots are in STT, or they are actually just behind the Captain's Hat, and they were just in Night 2 Grave. So that was nice. That's kind of what happened. No, I wasn't ignoring it. I was just responding to, Medley. I can't believe you just did that. You took that song, and you wrote that. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. When I was reading it, I definitely, like, heard that song in my head. And I'm like, I understand Sodium's response to that. Where was the first logical bomb bag then? I don't know. That bomb bag that I got in the Storm's Grotto was the one that I found. I didn't look up in the spoiler log where the other two were, but we had a bomb shoe bag for everything else, so that's why it was, like, kind of silly. That it ended up, because, like, what would have happened is, what I was gonna do, if I didn't get that bomb bag, I was just gonna go and do strength, pot instead. Because I can do that. I am able to do that. It's just, I don't prefer to do it because of how many times it can take to do it just to get the item. So if I can just find the bomb bag, it's better, right? I just happened upon one of the bomb bags that way, which was very funny. It was very, very funny. And the fact that Storms was properly sometimes required, made that even funnier. So. Yeah, it's just bad. It's not logical for that reason. Like, at one point in Zooter it was base logic, but then people complained enough, so then they made it a trick. So. And then they did not enable it as a logic trick. Or haven't enabled it as a logic trick since that was done. Like, people just did not want to deal with it in races. Yeah, I hope this one will be not like last night. Because last night, that City in the Sky only having a Dominion Rod, sure it was required. But it took me a minute to find the double claw shot, as well as the first one. Hope it's not like that again tonight. Like, I was basically done with my opener at like 40 minutes last night. Also, morning Israel. And, also, thank you, Medley, for the 5 streams. I don't remember if I said that. Yeah, we are pushing for partner. We are trying. We're trying to do it. It's happening. We're trying. Yeah. So, I do hope maybe somehow the hotfix next week does somehow help, but I don't know if it will. The last couple of times I've been on hotfix, didn't really get a lot of followers from it, but I don't know. You never know with these things. Can always be different. Plus, you know, I'm doing it for showing off TP Rando, more or less, anyway. Doing it because I want to. It's fun. It's fun. But yeah, I mean, Sky was saying, hey, you know, maybe it helps. It's like, yeah, it's possible. Possible it might help. She was really jazzed up about it when I told her I was pushing for I've been pushing for partner and stuff. So, definitely been pretty floored by the support for it. So, yeah. What else is going on? Oh, yeah, so... Anything else going on? Not really. No. Better tell Hotfix I'm pushing for partner. Morning Rex. Morning Ambient. Hello. Oh, yeah. The other thing going on is that the guy that has a pull request up for Boomerang and MM also is going to have a pull request up for Great Fairy Sword and OOT. So that'll be fun. That'll be great. Whenever that gets merged. That'll be awesome. He already showed, like, a clip of it working and everything. And also, like, the fact that it's on your C buttons. And not, you know, it's not in an equipment slot. So that's great. Like, that's what I envisioned and preferred. It's time for Hyrule Castle to be foolish. Yeah, it is, isn't it? I mean, we had Castle with a sword with the memo and a sword last night, so it's bound to be foolish tonight, I'm sure. Oh, morning, Vasquez, thank you. Thank you. I hope I do. I mean, we're 7 streams away from being able to apply, but there's just a, like, just have that little sliver of, like, nerves, because that first one that counted was before I started actually pushing, and that one will go away on June 5th, or thereabouts. That's still quite a bit away, and the number of streams that I do, it's like, you know, you'd think maybe I would overcompensate to where losing that one might not matter, but we'll see. I'm somewhat being transparent about this stuff. So, we're hoping. Again, it's definitely a lot more, a lot less, restrictive in terms of what they're looking for, in the sense of, like, the requirements aren't as, like, absurd as they were before. Again, I will say this, if the requirements, I should say, not restrictions, the requirements, if they were still what they were 2 years ago, I would not be trying. So, because it would just not be realistic at all for someone like me. Morning, Diner Nuggies! 300 pads going all in! That's what I'm talking about. I do wonder if we're gonna have to swap this prediction to a Lakebed Temple one. Because I swear I've gotten that one a lot more recently than Forest Temple, but Forest Temple's just the funnier choice because I've done it, it feels like I've done it so much more than Lakebed overall. Like, just overall, basically. And, like, it's the least interesting dungeon for me to play. Because the routing for it is super straightforward. It's just a densely packed dungeon that has very few requirements. That's the thing about it. Like, there are a lot of checks in there because I removed the keys effectively. Oh my gosh, Fanatic! The chaos! Stir in the pot! You love Snow Peak? Snow Peak! The routing for that dungeon is interesting. I think my problem with it is it's just so slow. It's a slow dungeon, just like Lake Bed. Lake Bed is super slow. Yo, Diner Nuggies, thank you for the 7 streams! Oh man, 10 seconds! Oh shoot! Uh-oh! Uh-oh! Well, there it is! We're locked in! Oh my gosh, Sodium is actually in a prediction for once! Oh my gosh! What's gonna happen? What the heck is gonna happen, dude? What is gonna happen, man? Oh my gosh. I was just finishing my
Rev up those fryers!
That's what I'm talking about, Teacup. Rev them up! Get pumped, get excited! We're gonna find out! We're gonna find out! Morning, Navi! Oh, okay, interesting spawn. Forest Temple is the winner, dude! Oh my god, we have it! Oh my gosh, there it is. Oh jeez. Oh my goodness, Forest Temples and Arbiters? Ew. Ew. Snow Peak is vanilla. Okay, well. Temple of Time is Goron Mines, and Palace of Twilight is Hyrule Castle. Okay. And woo! Okay, Foolish Forest, Gerudo Desert, Great Bridge of Lake Hylia, and Bulblin Camp. Those are our Foolishes. Oh, you won? You won, Danny? And T's reclaimed some pans? Alright, alright, alright. You only lost 10k. Alright, he did a modest amount of pans on that one. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa, what was that hit? Farron Woods to Ganondorf. Okay, that's probably because of... That might just be... the memo? Did RNG, dude, what? What is this? Oh, Joe. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's just a rupee. Man, I'm pretty certain that we're just never gonna have magic armor required with these settings, because I feel like I had it required a lot more when I didn't start with Shadow Crystal. It's kind of sad. It's very, very sad. Your joy, Teagum's got a good question there for Sodium. That's for sure. Good question. No. He is trying to rip you. This, okay, first of all, this guy is like, hey, sale on money, and this guy's like, I could do you better, but I'm gonna scam you. Like, don't buy from this guy. Buy from this guy is what this guy's trying to do, but he's failing at it terribly. He's 100% failing at it. Because you're losing money on that. Like, 100%. And he's also got a sale on money. Wow. Wowee. I really can't wait until there's actually price rando for this rando, though. Because these guys would be fun with price rando. That's the only reason why I kind of have them already in my settings. But it's also because, like, I felt like Castletown needed some, like Sphere Zero stuff. as opposed to, like... Because, again, human, really. And even though I'm not playing with Shadow Crystal Shuffle, I still just like having these, because it's what I'm used to. So, yeah. Okay. Alright, so you go here, you go here. A sale on scabs? Yeah. Alright, what's Charlo got? Anything cool? Nope. What about gold bugs? And then I gotta also check for pose. Doing this in kind of a weird order, but fine. Oh my god, gold bugs. Okay. Alright. Okay then. Gold bugs have a claw shot and ball and chain. Okay. Yeah, we are pushing for partner. We are. We're doing it. It's very good, yeah. Yeah, Yosha, I did it, like, this week. It's been, like, a couple of days. Hey, you trade bugs? Agatha trades murder weapons. Yeah, it's a pretty fair trade. Alright, no pose. Again, 10 pose with Shadow Crystal starting with it, probably not gonna end up being required very often either, because like it'll be all the other checks instead. And I mean, we already had that with the Shadow Crystal being shuffled anyway. But I feel like, I don't know, I feel like the fill is just very, very different with that. There was Ganondorf. Oh, okay. Elden Stock Cave, Lantern Chest, Zora Armor is required. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a gosh darn minute. That's required. That means that the Zora's Domain underwater Goron check is required. Okay. More than harmful. Boom, 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 boom. We're returning to spawn because it's faster. We just started. So there's really not much to say about how it's going. Let me see. Does this give me the west part of the map? Yeah, it does. So I don't need to go out to the west there. I just need to go to Eldenfield and then CAC, as usual, from here. Yeah, so because we don't have Zant, and we don't have Lakebed, and the entrance to Lakebed is not involved in this seed, that Zora Armor is specifically for one check. And that check is none other than Zora's Domain Underwater Goron. And if you're wondering what that is and why, it's because you need Iron Boots and Zora Armor, and you need Zora Armor for the air meter, logically. You can kinda sorta do it without. It's just, it's a lot more annoying to do it without. Because you're on a timer. So, it's just better just to end up getting that anyway. So now we also know that the lantern is required. In a seed where the lantern is not hard required for any of our dungeons. Oh, she was too close. Oh, and then I broke the sign! No! I broke the sign, dude! I've gotta reload! Oh, that's so bad. That's so bad, dude! I broke the sign, I gotta reload the scene. Oh my gosh, dude. Go, opponent, turn around. Play Zelda's Lullaby or Song of Healing. Yeah, I wish. Borden Fang! Hello! Oh my goodness. Alright, let's try this again from the top, please. Alright. 0 swords in dungeons. Oh, great. Okay, Sacred Grove past Owl Statue chest is dead. Okay. Ugh. That's really bad that there's 0 swords in dungeons. So again, the reason I would prefer there to be more swords in dungeons is because it's a more contained place, area, right? Overworld is just like, you're just searching everywhere for... Okay, health, sure. Searching everywhere for them. Often blindly, ow! Jesus! Oh my gosh, please, just get back on, Epona! My goodness! Link, please! You know, I didn't look at the stupid fountain chest when I was there. I didn't pay attention to it. Maybe it was just small then. I think I would have noticed if it was big. Maybe someone in chat noticed it. That's a fishing rod. We need that. Okay, cool. We have our Snow Peak resolved. Morning Peace Peaks, hello! Ah! Ah! Oh my gosh, I'm getting completely just mauled over here by the birds. That's small. Alright. How are you doing tonight, Peace Peaks? Good to see you! Morning, Sammy! Hello! How are you doing? Looking to chill the rest of the evening? Yo, let's go. Heck yeah. I'm assuming the little ones are in bed already? Or possibly very near? For the moment, yeah. You never know, right? You never know. Well, that's good. You're getting some chill time, hopefully. They're notorious for not staying in bed. Oh, that's gotta be a little bit frustrating. Please. Okay, that's small. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of just like the classic, like a trait of any young child. They steal it all, yeah. I bet they do. We got a bow. Okay, very cool. We like the bow. I was prepared for it, but I still jumped a little bit. God. Morning, Wooloo. Good timing on that one, Fnatic. Oh, good, some health. How are you doing tonight, Wooloo? Okay, health? Maybe? Nope. No, that's okay. Log on cam to crash out and does even have the decency to leave the game unpaused when Illbleed is playing as he walks away. Oh, dude. Ah, why is he doing that? No. What caused him to crash out? Was it actually getting like 16 blueprints to actually have progression, or was it I'm a dingus, I forgot to check this other thing? Is that what happened?
That was is brutal!
It was blueprints? Okay. I don't think I've had a seed like that, playing Revan. So that's just really unlucky. I have not had it where I needed to get, like, exactly, like, 16 blueprints, or within the buffer of whatever they have, to actually be able to, you know, move forward, but... Oh well! That's what the generator did for him when he pressed the button. Not my fault. Could I have set it to 16 blueprints? Sure, but... And 19 and 20 is 2 more. Oh, wow, nice vanilla Dominion Rod? Okay. Sure, I guess. That's hilarious. That no wonder he's crashing out off cam. That's funny, dude. I don't know. I don't know how I would play that scene. I honestly don't know. If I like wiped my memory of that scene, I don't know how I would play it. I don't know. But I mean, you guys have seen me how many Revan scenes I've played, and I've finished a lot of them under 3 hours, so I don't know what to say. Yeah, I do know the custom CBs, for the most part. There are still some that catch me. Like, aisle CBs, I still get got by, sometimes. And I also know the custom Kasplat locations, and Kuiper's, like, checking every nook and cranny. And, like, he could just, if he wanted to, he's not going to, but he could just have the wiki up for the Kasplat locations. And if he wanted to just know where they could possibly be, he can just have that up. But I know he's not going to. He's going to be like, you expect me to read? No, I don't, because I didn't learn it using the wiki. I learned it by playing, so... items in CAC. Remajor. Okay, that's just, yeah, that's a small key up there. He got owned by Alice Tiny CB because of the ones over Training Grounds exit ledge. Ah, yes, because those are PTT locked. And he started with PTT. Yup. Sounds like quitter talk. Wait, what do you mean by quitter talk? What? What did I say? Also, more than Darkon. What part of what I said sounded like quitter talk? The part where I said I don't know how I would route that seed, or something else. Okay. So we know that the Dominion Rod is possibly important, but reading a guy wiki, yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying, like, he's not gonna do that. And I didn't do that. There was no wiki when I was learning the Kasplat locations. Like, there was no wiki for all their locations in every level and stuff like that. Which was Slam 1 to get in Logic 18 blueprints to get Bow, which led to Slams 2 and 3. Oh my god. So, to get Cranky to do everything else, dude. Oh my gosh. Ease a helping hand is a lantern. Oh my god. Well, we're gonna have to mute the game audio, because I think that's gonna do that weird thing again. Who knows? That's a pretty random thing to say all of a sudden. I need to... Can I peek? I don't think I can peek this while on Epona. Yeah, I think you have to not be on Epona to see this correctly. Yup. Okay, that's a big boy, so that's noted. See, I basically have to route down to Ordon anyway, because Farron Woods is required. There's no reason for me to rush to ease a helping hand right this second. Because it's just for the lantern. Or, well, I guess what I could do is maybe it would, you know, actually it would make sense to get that right now because, like, once I have the warp to Farron, because Farron Woods is to Ganondorf. Dark on. Okay. Health? No. No health. Okay. Okay, gold bug. Yes. And, yup, this is another big boy. A different bow. Okay, well, that gives me more arrows, I guess. Okay. I guess if you're asking about Slingshot and MM, that's probably a bit more difficult to do for the person that's been doing, and that's a sword. Okay. For the person that's been doing the okay, that's nothing. Eldenfield to Fyrus. Okay. What did we get anything there so far? I don't think so. I think it might be a little bit more difficult for him to do that than the boomerang and the Great Fairy Sword. Those things are simpler because they don't involve a projectile. Okay. The actual bullet seed thing and the ammo for that do not exist in MM at all. And so you'd not only have to have the ammo exist, but you'd also have to have whatever the graphic is that's used for that, and also the same type of collisions, which I guess what you could get away with for that is just use the bow's collision data. But that means then whatever the bow can do, the slingshot can do, and that's not completely accurate to what it does in OOT. So okay, heart container. So it's a little tricky. Hack Gorge to Blazetta. You know what we got in Eldenfield? We got a fishing rod. So that might be what it's referring to. Okay. But we'll see. Okay, so yeah, the first thing to do is to go to, I guess are we? No, I think we actually just skip domain and go here. Yeah. Anyway, the point is that it's a lot more complicated. I would not expect him to do it. And I would think he'd want the other things that he has added or has a pull request for. I would think he would want those things to get reviewed and then merged and have their logic done. What purpose? It wouldn't if you have the bow. If you don't have the bow is what matters harmful. Okay, before I do that, I'm gonna save. Yeah, it'd be not only an alternative, it's that it can then lock the bow, okay? Like, there's specific circumstances in which, the logic... Wait, the heck? In which the logic would, differ You know, in the sense that, like, it could be behind the slingshot. So you could have slingshot locking, yeah, it's doing it again. God, it's so loud. It could, lock the bow on Tingle. It could lock the bow in Woodfall Temple on the Gecko, the boss key chest, or whatever. Yeah, exactly. It could also lock it in interesting ways, like Slingshot locks Hookshot, then that Hookshot locks the bow, right? Stuff like that. That's what it would be. That's what it would be for. Anyway, yeah, I'm glad I muted the audio. This is just consistent for this. For some reason. I think it's because of the voice pack. Hopefully we don't have this check for the hotfix. If we do, I will just explain that I have to mute the audio. And it'll be fine, I think. I think it'll be okay, because I'll have the control over that, because it'll be OBS. I'll just mute my game capture audio for a second. If we do have this required. Because I don't want to get rid of the voice pack if it's just this one check. If anything, what I would do is I could just junk this check, honestly. But it is interesting to have it required sometimes, you know. It's just, it's not very common that it's required. God, this time it was definitely really bad. Jesus. Okay. It's almost done. I'm gonna wait until it's actually done, though, because it does do it a little bit on the way down. Yeah. Okay. And there. Okay. Alright, there we go. Alright, there's the lantern. So we're just missing iron boots and a claw shot now. Okay, so now we go back down to here. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna step into the area for Ordon to be able to get the warp, and then I'm gonna warp back to here. So that way when I do Poison Mist, I can just warp from Poison Mist to Ordon. I think that's the way to do it. Because we have a Farron Woods to Ganondorf path hint that's not resolved yet. I believe this, I hope this does unlock it. Yeah? Yeah, it does. Okay. Yeah. This is like the only time I've ever done it this way in a seed yet, because, every other time, I haven't had a situation like this pop up where I have the lantern before going to Ordon. So, it's kind of interesting that way to just think about the routing in that way. Again, that's kind of why it's like, I don't like doing what I'm having to do here, because it is just like, sort of like about, okay, how do I route this into where I have the warps, right? And at this point now, I have all the warps, like, within 30 minutes. Which is fine. I mean, that's just how it goes. I mean, because your spawning in Castletown is OP with the way this is set up, because you basically get all of the warps on like the west part of the map instantly from your spawn. Whereas if you spawn in CAC or Ordon or Eldon, you have to do some organic routing, basically, instead of just warping. But in this case, it's like, no, you still gotta, no, you're just gonna have all that for free and you're just gonna warp. Alright, let's see. Okay, nothing there. Alrighty. Well, if it's health, I'll grab it. Okay, not health. Okay. Well, health. Maybe. No. Okay, this is probably the Fahrenwoods to Ganondorf, maybe? Yeah, that seems like that would be Fahrenwoods to Ganondorf. Maybe. We'll see. There's another part of Fahrenwoods that I still would need to do. To confirm that. For sure. Okay, this is another chance here. Or the memo? No, a bomb bag. Ooh. Ooh, bomb bag. Ooh, okay. Let's see. Do we have anything that we know of that is path that would be for a bomb bag yet? There is the... No, 2 important items. I mean, no, not yet. Not for there. That is water bombs. Okay, we got this over here. We got a third thing. And the Gale Boomerang. That might be. Let's go over to here real quick. That might be the path to Ganondorf. The only reason why I say that is because we have another important item in CAC. So let's see. And we did get the bow, so... Wait, No. Alright, go to Ordon. Go to... Oh, wait, better. Hold up. Blow this up anyway. Because we need to peek this chest, the underwater chest here. Okay, that's small. Alright, now we go to Ordon. We have to go to Ordon anyway to get our second fishing rod for Snow Peak. Because I have that, that's always just there. Like, I wanted there to be just one fishing rod in the item pool, but not start with that fishing rod. So this was the best compromise for that. Because I didn't want to have any fishing rod checks become Sphere 0. Because I started with a fishing rod. This was my only choice. To do it this way. That's gonna be fun to explain if it comes up during the hotfix. Wrestling with Bow is dead. Oh yeah, we have the CAC Gorge to Blazetta to do. That's right. With these bombs and the lantern. That's right. Oh yeah, we needed the Gale Boomerang for Forest Temple anyway. That's right. That's right. Ooh, what is this? The other Dominion Rod. Health? No. Okay. So second Dominion Rod. How the useless rod ruined this seed. You know what? Honestly, that might be the item that you should say is like, oh my gosh, Dominion Rod ruined another seed, like Coconut Gun. I mean, Isradel, you're not very far off about it. As far as, like, rando. I actually do just really hate when Dominion Rods are required. It's very difficult to read into it. Got ruined by Gorilla Grab. Yeah. I can. We don't need to wrestle with Bo. That's good. So that virus path might actually be the owl statue chest in Eldenfield. Might actually be that in Eldenfield and not the fishing rod. Oh, there's Bulblin Camp Key. Okay. We have that now. Okay, I'll take the health. Maybe. Thank you. Fishing rod. Okay. We gotta get the fishing rod out and get this one. Wow, first try. Unbelievable. Okay. Get into here for this check now. Hide. Is this actually something I can tell, like, as far as peeking goes? Maybe tall. Okay, it's just a rupee. In that instance, that's the only time it's faster to go out through the window. Because I have to get this check anyway. Alright, there we go. Time to herd some goats. The last time I decided to skip this because I had all this progression, it owned me very badly. I just can't do it ever. I get one hinted, you gotta do the other. That's just how this works. Alright, this last one... not too bad. Okay. Health is still fine. Acceptable. It would also somehow be a believable Yakuza side mission. Giving honest go. Alright, Medley. Good luck on the Mahjong. Good luck. It's gonna be tough. I'm sure. Okay. It's always one? Yeah. Yeah, there's always one that gets away. Alright. Let's just go to Farron Woods again, just to be sure. Let's just full clear our Farron Woods path to Dorf. Because it makes sense to do it. Lurkin. Okay. Alright, company man, thank you. Hope your back will be okay. Morning, Yuki. How you doing? Boom, boom, boom. You're doing fine. That's good to hear. There's a lot I can also do in Cack Gorge. Yeah, I need to do Cack Gorge. Well, I kind of feel like I need to find the double claw shot before I do Cack Gorge. There's the spinner! That feels more like my Ganondorf path, because we don't have anything else besides the memo, and I feel like memo would be prioritized to Forest Temple. We still haven't found any other boss paths yet, funnily enough. Or no, we've found one, actually. Well, no, we found our two boss paths. We haven't found the item path hint yet. Yeah, I haven't found the item path hint yet, I believe. Yeah. That's what I'm missing. Alright, let's go to Elden Field and do this chest. Because if it's Iron Boots, then I can already get Zora Armor. How am I doing? I'm doing pretty well. Doing pretty well, I'd say. You know this is part of North Elden, but... Okay, we know where another sword is already, so that's 2 swords. Already. This? I shouldn't say it this early, though, but this potentially could be a jet. Oh, I did not mean to jump on it. That is really funny. It is honestly depends on where the gold bugs are that lock the items that we've got in from Agatha. It's like, if this isn't it, then that means it is talking about the fishing rod from Elden Field for Iron Boots. Okay, it's talking about the fishing rod then, because there aren't any other checks in Elden Field. Do I want to do the spinner grotto right now? I don't think so. I'm gonna... Okay. I think we're gonna try turning in the... We're gonna try turning in the gold bug we have and see if that's double claw. Not going to. Like, definitely what I need to do next is just go to Goron Mines. Wait, no, I don't have iron boots yet, still. Yeah, no, never mind. I don't want to go to Goron Mines. I'm gonna want to... I guess I had to do Star Prize 1 while I'm here. I'm gonna want to probably actually look at that fountain chest pretty soon. And then, I guess, do the tightrope chest in South Castletown. I almost said Clocktown, dude. We do have beside Castletown stuff as well. You know this is not gonna be a double claw shot, dude. You just know it's not. It's not. I was right. Major item, but not what we're looking for. Okay. Yeah, we'll do Star Prize 1, and then we'll go over to South Castletown.
Hey!
Do that stuff. Good work. Okay. Not tonight. All right. We're gonna be looking for this gold bug. I mean, it's also possible it might not be. It might not be that chest that I saw there, and it might just be inside the cave, which I probably should just go do the cave and the owl statue. Okay, is this a big chest down here? No. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's small. You can't see it really, but it's small. Yeah, I guess I should just go to Cack Gorge and just do that. Okay. Yeah, let's just go to Cack Gorge and do those checks then and just see if by some chance it's not double claw locked. You kind of just have to at this point. It's like it's a Blazetta path, so it would be ball and chain. Yeah, I'm going to the owl statue first. It'd be ball and chain, and then if it's that, then the fishing rod would be locking iron boots in Snow Peak. And that would get us our, Zora armor in Stock Cave. Okay, health is fine. Okay, now we just go to the cave. That's a small chest over there, back there. Hate the bonks, dude. That's small. I wish I could really see these behind the webs, but it's so difficult to tell. I'd have to go into first person, and I think the amount of time it takes to go into first person and look at it through the web is probably about the same amount of time it takes me to just go over and go into the room proper. But I don't know. It feels like it's like the same amount of time. Could be wrong. Feels like that's what it is. Yep, another small boy. Health? No. It's also not bad, again, to open some small chests, because I do need health. Health is just nice to have. Please, please. Okay. Nope. So yeah, it is behind the double claw. It is behind the double claw. That's super fun. Okay. Alright, well then I could go to Lake. There's a few checks there. I could go to Lake. Yeah, I probably have to go to Lake at this point. I'll go get the, I will go get the sword. I'll refill my lantern oil that way, on my way, because I can, and then we have the oil filled up and all that. I can basically clear Sacred Grove. That's actually a pretty decent thing to do in this situation. And there's also the hint sign down there. Maybe that's worth doing at this point, because I can get this sword with the... Oh my gosh. Yeah. That probably makes the most sense. I can get this sword. Again, Dominion Rod could lock more than just the spinner. I mean, it did already lock one of the swords, so... I think we're just gonna go ahead and do Sacred Grove first. It's kind of bad. Mainly because, like... Mainly because all the stuff that I do have is, like... not really pointing at that. Because, like, Spinner is our Ganondorf path. So... it's probably... At best, it locks Oro's Memo. At worst, it locks another sword. Also, I do have to remember that Lanayru Field is actually not foolish as well. It's just, again, there's so many things in the overworld that I can do. And, like, I feel like I just need to find the gold bug that locks Double Claw. But when you're given so many items like this, where I have Lantern and whatnot, it's kind of difficult to decide. Like, to think about where it even is. Like, yeah, you could go by density. But some of your bigger density, like Great Bridge of Lake Hylia, is gone. Right? Kicking your butt already, but at least you're a bit more familiar with the terms. Okay, okay. Gamin'. Medley's gamin'. game in a bit. Health. Yes, okay. I probably don't need any more health. Yeah, I don't need to open any more brown chests. That's plenty. Thank goodness for finding some heart containers in this seed. Okay. There. Nope. Shame. I mean, I guess I could have gone by the fact that North Eldon is not foolish because of the sword I found, and also the Zora armor, so maybe you should have just checked Spinner Track, the Stalfos Grotto there, but... I mean, it's starting to get to that point where it's like you kind of just want to go over there. Either that or just beside Castletown, and just do beside Castletown after this. Like, I'm doing this because of hints. Yep, that's right, Dino Duggies. That's right. It's either that or I'm looking for, like, a wallet or Ilia's Charm to really move the seed forward. Which would be for the CAC important item, the other important item in CAC. Oh, Cause, morning. Thank you for the raid. Hold on a second. Okay, nothing on that. No gold bug. How was the combo rando? I really wish it would tell me about my item path hint, dude. This is so annoying. Alright. Cosmodon. And reminder, we are pushing for partners, so appreciate people sticking around after the raid. Nope, just health. God dang, dude. Deku was just chilling upon the wall. You didn't get it for like 4 hours? Oh, I've had seeds like that before where I just didn't push that at all. Bomb of the well. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do this. This is another hint sign. It's like, it's a 4-check region because of the boulder. Fine. Do this before... Like, again, I could go Lake. Sphere 0. Could just be a Sphere 0 check. It's super dumb. Nope, health. 6 5 of course, none of them pointed towards Deku. I mean, yeah. You didn't get one, that just said Bomb of the Well. Springwater Rush is dead, and Ice... Yeah, okay. Well, that's great. Whoa. Not helpful. Really, Link? You just whiffed? I was like, it's somewhere, yeah. Yeah. CVs are so tricky. Oh gosh. They're cheating? Man, yeah, the bait on the spawns is pretty bad. Yeah. Yeah, it definitely... Oh, okay, yep, that's a major item over there. Okay. Maybe it's just beside Castletown this entire freaking time. Ah, please. That's not gonna work. I don't know if that's gonna work either. Yep. I'm always like an inch off when I do it the first time with this. Okay, there is a chance this is for the double claw. Okay. Like this would have to be for the double claw. Because the Blazetta path in Cack Gorge is the gold bug to get ball and chain. There's nothing else for Blazetta in this seed. God, dude. Ugh. I hate when this happens. I feel like the gold bugs just exacerbates the issue a lot of the time when they're required. Please let it be this one, because it was behind the Dominion Rod. Please. Because we already had the Dominion Rod required for Spinner. Stands to reason it would also lock Double Claw for that big chest in Cack Gorge. Alright. Yeah, it's literally just a casino for the gold bug, dude. This is trash. I hate it. I freaking hate it when this happens, dude. I knew when I saw the gold bugs. I knew this was gonna happen. This seed is not gonna be a good one because of this. Like, it'll only be fast at the end because our dungeons are very quick. Like, 2 of our dungeons are very, very quick. And I have a clear path after Double Claw Shot because of our hints with the Zora armor and stuff. And I'm pushing this, by the way, because of the hint. And I know this region is not foolish. I know it's got 2 required items in it so far. Dude, can you just give me my... I feel like the item path hint is what I'm missing right now. It might actually be useful. Nope, that's small. Okay, we're going lake. That's what the seed wants me to do. God, I absolutely hate having to route in this way every single time, where like the auto best thing to do is to route Castletown, Cack, Ordon, then if you have any path stuff, do the path stuff, but then go do Lake, because it's Sphere 0. It's literally the only reason. And this all goes back to the Shadow Crystal stuff. Like, I feel like with Shadow Crystal being shuffled, I am able to reasonably decide what I want to do and not have to full clear my Sphere 0 every single time. But having to full clear my Sphere 0 every single time in this rando is... Ugh. When you start with the Shadow Crystal, it's just... Ugh. Like, look, I'm an hour into the seed, cannot get into any dungeons. Still. But maybe this is just, like I said, worse because of because of the gold bugs. Like, it's just making it worse. It's not telling me about my item path hint. And I think I've checked every hint sign that I can. Because I can't get to the one in Goron Mines. Okay, looks like one is big. Yeah, one is big. Okay, it's a Sphere 0. Of course. Okay, well, don't leave. I mean... I can leave, because I can warp back here to talk to the dude in the watchtower. I don't know if I will come back to do that specifically, but if there's one Sphere 0 here I'd like to skip, it would probably be that if I could. Because it does take a minute to climb that ladder. To get over there and climb the ladder. Well, our swords are solved. That's good, I guess. And that's it. Alright, let's... Sorry, let's go check this gold bug. If it's my double claw. See, the other thing, too, I don't know if there's, like, some, like, mechanic to how the gold bug stuff works with how they change things or not. I don't know if there's a way you can tell what gold bug you're looking for. I really don't know. But, God, it sucks when you get it, and, like, it doesn't just give it to you immediately. Although, in this case, that gold bug, Sphere 0. So, if this is the double claw shot, then that would, you know... Oh, also, sorry, Zeke, thank you for the 15 streams. Sorry, I was, like, in the midst of... I think it was... Was it during Cause's raid? I guess it was. There they are. Okay. Back Gorge, give me the other gold bug, please. Does that just... I think just... Does that just put me into go? I think it does. Oh, this is dumb. I was just complaining about the seed, and now I feel like it's putting me in go. Oh, no, I need the memo. But the memo is probably behind the underwater Goron. at this point. Yeah. The memo is probably behind the underwater Goron. But also, Morton Zeke, sorry for missing your streak. I'm sorry. Sorry. I hope you're still there. I'm sorry. Oh, he's gonna... Okay. Oh, now... Get out of here. Oh my god. Anyway, it's the chest I thought it was gonna be to begin with. It's just finding that gold bug was really dumb. Yup. Oh my god, dude. This is gonna give me the ball and chain. So unless Oro's memo is Sphere 0 for some reason, it should be just behind the underwater Goron. So we go into Snow Peak, and we maybe... I mean, it... I wonder if I should just check the Upper Zora's River fishing pond before I go. Well, it could be also any of the checks in Snow Peak Mountain as well. Okay. It can just be any of the checks in Snow Peak Mountain as well that have iron boots. But it would be very dumb of me, I guess, to just not check this before going there. Because if it just ends up being in the fishing pond, then you just need to know where the boss key is in Snow Peak, and then you just go mode the dungeon, right? Oh. It just kind of makes sense just to do it this way. So we're probably going to get either a wallet or Ilia's charm from the underwater Goron. Okay, let's see. No, okay, so it is... It is, in fact, iron boots behind the fishing rod by way of either in Snow Peak Mountain or, just in Snow Peak itself. Oh yeah, that reminds me. We're gonna have to play Snowboard Kids. We have to get a Snowboard Kids song up. Let's see. YouTube. Snowboard Kids 2. What do we do? Let's do Jingle Town. I haven't done that for a minute. Let's do that one. We got that one prepped. Can we be 2 for 2 on first try with fishing tonight? No. Oh, yes we can. Never mind. Okay. Sick. Okay. Oh, well, I'll take the heal. Sure. Man, that's kind of lame that this seed is basically, oh, you need to just, do your Sphere Zeros. If you do your basic Sphere Zero routing, you just get double claw shot. Really? Right, that sign's not gonna say anything when Snow Peak is required, so we basically have to check these anyway. Kind of annoying. So it's up here, and then we take a left. Finish a Dread Rando just now? Oh. Or is it higher up again, even still? Oh, well. Yeah, it's... Wait. Oh, here it is. Yeah, here we go. Congrats on the Dread Rando finish. Okay, no, that was a bad idea. Let's try to get behind him then. Oh, that might be the way to do this from now on. I think it's small. I don't see it, really. Yeah, okay. Okay, that's the way to do that room from now on. Only 3-head DNA, but there's always a chance a random boss has progression. Oh, okay. Huh. Gotcha. How long did it take? Five hours in-game time, sub 4. Okay. Wait, did I go the wrong way? I absolutely did. I still, like I said, I still don't really know my way up here. I hate this Poe, dude. What is required to leave a boss room tonight? That happened again? You make you... Oh, shoot. Oh, wow. That's unfortunate. Alright, so it's just, irons inside Snow Peak ruins, then. That's all it is. Okay. That's fine as long as, like, it's not in a Terabad location in the dungeon. I'm gonna go to a long way around to get Power Bomb was gross. Oh. Sounds rough. I'm gonna go the long way around. Yeah, Speed Booster would have it would have been a fast Power Bomb pickup, but Speed Booster is behind Power Bomb. Oh, okay. Oh. Okay. Okay, it's at the right volume. Alright. Here we go, chat. Yo, Axel, we've been 15 streams. This is Snowboard Kids. Snowboard Kids 2 Jingle Town, specifically. Snowboard Kids music is a huge bop. Huge, huge bop. There really isn't a track that misses. Oh, you are familiar with Snowboard Kids. Oh. Their own logic. Oh god. You couldn't find it anywhere? Oh, dang. Yeah, I got it first rented 1 as well as 2, but then I think when one of the Blockbusters was close to closing down, they still had the Game Rush section or whatever. And that's when I bought my Snowboard Kids 2 cart back in the day for like 20 or 30 bucks or something. Oh, that's the boss key. Okay, cool. Yeah, unfortunately, I ended up losing that cart somewhere. I don't know where. And so then I ended up buying a different cart as an adult, like, over 10 years ago now. And so I have that cart instead. And I got that for... Oh, there it is. Okay, interesting. That's probably for our iron boots, then. Okay, yeah, that's gonna be for our iron boots, I would think. So then that's gonna get us the... Yeah, so I don't imagine I need to actually full clear this dungeon, then. That's just gotta be it. Right? I mean, well... Okay. Chandelier lobby chest is dead. Okay. Okay, there's the pumpkin. That's not really useful for anything. That one opened because of the pumpkin. You're jealous? You now want to do a nostalgia run? I should probably get up soon here. Once I do this block puzzle, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get up. This block puzzle does take a minute to do. Set up and whatnot. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Well, it's alright. I mean, I'll just have to push it one more time. Memories have been unlocked. That's crazy. I loved playing the multiplayer as a kid, and then to get my fix, when I did get the carts, or when I did get Snowboard Kids 2 again, I did do some, like, just for fun, like, speedruns. I did learn, like, a route for it, and I did do some runs, but not much. It was a very short time on stream. Very short time I did it. I believe the VOD for that is still on my YouTube. Because I'm still on the leaderboard or whatever for it. But it wasn't an impressive run or anything. It wasn't good. Okay. So before I continue in here, I'm gonna get up. So I will be right back. Give me a few minutes, chat. I need to stretch. Get yourself something to drink. Stretch yourself, you know, something. Please don't go anywhere. We are pushing for partner, so appreciate it if everyone could stick around through the ads. Thank you. BRB. Alright, sorry about that. Thank you all for waiting. I'm back. Hello. Okay. Alright. Let me have a sip of this. So I just realized while on my break chat that, that we found a bow in CAC, and that bow in CAC, is actually the major item that's there, because there was another bow in Sphere 0 in Fair and Field. So the wallet is probably locking the iron boots in CAC then. That time you got second place. Alright, good luck, Medley. So we're looking for the goat cheese at this point in this dungeon to then just go mode it. We've got our 2 small keys that we need. Whoa, he was pushing me. Three small keys. Okay, there's all our small keys. Okay, both wallets were up here. Well, yeah, I guess that would make sense. For how and why the fishing rod would be the Fyrus, where there's no other wallets to grab. Okay. Well, that's cute. Whoops. Okay, well, more than likely means that... So we're looking for the goat cheese. There's not that many locations for it left. I don't think. Or it can be, because it can't be... Well, yeah, I think key logically it can't be on the left side there. Well, okay, that's not true. It could be back that other way that I didn't go. Really? There. Dang, I didn't realize I had that many hearts. Okay, not in here. I think our goat cheese then has to be in that one room I didn't do yet. Because I try to delay that room so I can do it after I get the goat cheese. So, actually, this is probably preferred then. Unless it's actually the bedroom key chest. Well, not the bedroom key chest, but unless it's actually vanilla. The goat cheese. could just be vanilla. Or, well, I guess what would be considered the... Maybe that's the pumpkins location? I think that's the goat cheese location. Yeah, there it is over there. Okay. Whoops. I did not mean to do that. Oh, God. God. Okay. No. Stop. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Doing that makes more sense. Alright, now we can just go mode the dungeon, which still takes, like, another, like, 2 to 3 minutes to do for me, but that's okay. I'm sure if I learned that one skip, this dungeon would be over in, like, over once I got the wallet or whatever. Like, once I had the boss key in the wallet, but... eh. When I tried to learn it, when Isaac told me about it, I was, like, not able to figure it out. Because, like, even he said it was, like, kind of, specific. And, like, the amount of time it would take me to learn it, I feel like it's the same amount of time that I'd spend just doing all of this, essentially, I think. Like, yeah, would it be nice to know it? Absolutely, but... I don't think it hurts to, like, peek these, just in case. You know, we've found all the small keys. Okay. Yeah, Axel, for sure. Okay. It's alright to peek those, they don't take that long, just to make sure that, like, okay... Let's have this set up and then we'll go over this way. Yeah, like, it's kind of like, definitely like the, some of the ISTT long jump. Like, that is easier for some people with certain setups over others. Double item wheel buffer. For which game? TP? No, I don't think I ever saw. I don't think I did. I don't know if I actually ended up watching the run for that. Or maybe it's because it was so long. It was like 2 years ago at this point now. I do not remember. I might have seen it, I just don't remember. Wait. You ding dong. But actually, not a terrible snow peak for me. This was like 11 minutes or so. Just under 15, I think. Mainly because we just got lucky with the key placements and especially the boss key placement. Boss key placement, snow peak, really determines how long you spend in it. Pretty ridiculous. Nice work. Oh, that was unfortunate. Bum 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 bum. Cool. Yep, so I think the way I have to play this is definitely I just have to do the rote, boring Castletown, CAC, Ordon, in whatever order that works best, and then go Lake. Every time. I just cannot avoid those two Lake Hylia Sphere Zeros as much as you would like to. It's just not feasible. You can get away with it more when you shuffle the Shadow Crystal because there's fewer... Okay, well, I guess you shouldn't say you can get away with it more in that case, but it just feels like on average I don't need to full clear my Sphere Zero as much with Shadow Crystal Shuffle. But with the Shadow Crystal starting with it, it just makes your Sphere Zero so much wider. Right from rip. And that just makes it more likely you end up trying to delay or skip something that's actually required in your Sphere Zero. Is the game even randomized? I know, right? Okay. Alright. CAC. This should be the Iron Boots behind this purchase. I just don't remember what the other major item I got here was at the beginning. Whoops. Besides the bow. Oh, it was the Dominion Rod. That's right. It was the vanilla Dominion Rod. Uh-oh. I gotta go back. I got bamboozled. I gotta go back. Unless that... Is that the major item in CAC? Oh, that's so garbage, dude. We gotta go back. Oh, Snow Peak Ruins, dude. Why? Why, dude? That's so stupid. Well, you get more Jingletown, chat. Please don't talk to him. No, I don't want to race him. No! Don't make me like... Oh my god. I'm not actually doing the race. Oh, this is stupid. That makes me so mad, dude. Oh my god. I did the correct thing that anyone else would do with an important items CAC hint. So it's considering the bow there more important than the stupid Dominion Rod? Not the Dominion Rod, than the other bow in Farron Field? That doesn't make any sense, dude. Because they were both Sphere Zero. Okay. All because I didn't want to freaking route the right side of the... There's just the chapel left. The chapel and the goat cheese chest. That's literally all that's left. God, that's so stupid. Go to the chapel first, because it's faster than the north west, or the northeast. Sorry, the northeast chandelier chest. Nope. Okay, so it's the worst 2 checks in the dungeon. Cool. Thank you. Did I hit the shortcut up here? I think I did. Wait, why did I just did a dumb there. I did the correct play to try and make up time for how long it took me to get my second claw shot. And I got burned for it. So stupid. We need to go through here. Because there's nothing else in Elden Field that is Tophrys. It was literally just the fishing rod. If I messed that up, I was gonna be upset. That's small. Yep, that's big. You're sad. What's wrong, Mizu? Yep. Here you go. Stupid. Stupid, 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 stupid. Very dumb. Is discontinued? No! I checked my DM. Oh, okay. I'll look at that off stream, Axel. Like, as soon as I finish, because it's two different clips and whatnot. Yeah, I'll have to look at it later. God, that's so dumb that it ended up being... Somehow, someway, that bow is considered... I guess it's considered important because, yeah, it could be either bow. It could be either bow, that's why. But it's like... You know... Okay, so now I gotta go... get my Zor armor. It was the lantern chest specifically. Yeah, time to get a new favorite chocolate is right. Morn and Barrel. That's really sad, Mizu. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's sad. Drop sour cream and green onion chips. Oh, dang. this should be my memo. Oh, sorry, the Zora armor will lead to my memo, and then that's go mode. Please. Please. Thank you. Okay. But it's all burned up. Yeah, right. Okay. Learn how to make them? Yeah, I guess so. Yep. There we go. Alright. So I guess we go do Goron Mines first. Yeah, go do Goron Mines first. Baby seed? It's not a baby seed. Been over this. Doesn't know that. Small key? No, a bottle. Okay. I do have a not required small key, so I guess maybe that tells me that the boss key is just in that first room. Potentially. Because my hint sign will absolutely not... Oh wait, no, it's not Foolish Goron Mines, it's Foolish Forest Temple. That's right. It's Forest Temple, I have to blindly search for the boss key. But it probably means it's not small key locked then. Boss key. So that either means it's gotta be going backwards through here, because you don't end up wasting your small key, or maybe not. Maybe, you know, maybe I'll just push forward and see what happens, because like that would mean that it wouldn't be expecting you to waste that. Well, I guess not necessarily. Actually, now I think about it some more, it just means that the back of the dungeon doesn't have the boss key. I think it is what it means. I think it just means the back of the dungeon doesn't have the boss key. So, yeah. No, 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 no. No. No, John, no, no, no. Also, Morden. Yeah, I said boss key. And then there's a not required small key that I know about. And so I gotta think about key logic for that. Oh, I barely made that somehow. Jesus. Worst case, I get a small key behind this, and then... yeah. No, these two are small. Okay, yeah. There you go. You get that small key no matter what, even if you spend one. The others have alcohol? Oh, God. Yeah, you don't want that. Make the monkeys items. So the way that would work, that would be equivalent to like NPC souls effectively, John. So it would basically be like deleting the actors until you actually have found the item then that brings them back. That's basically what souls do. Okay, that's nothing. Alright. Okay, so the boss key is just... I think it's just locked behind one small key, then, is what it means. Because of that. So that's why you don't need to go to the back of the dungeon for it. Dude, really? I missed the cycle again? So annoying. But yeah, they could probably do it. But something like that probably wouldn't happen until they've done everything else they want to add anyway. Because they're kind of limited on what they can do right now with the method that they use for this rando, which is the save file method. Okay, no, small. Monkey Souls, also known as Wukong, yeah. Okay, there's the boss key. Okay, so yeah, it meant it wasn't small key locked. Okay. Well, again, still, you know, that lock. I'm not keenly aware of Core Online's key logic, but I think now I understand it based off of that. Interesting there was just a random heart there. That's genuinely faster in this instance. Alright, we need to hope for a very fast forest boss key. Do not know if we will get it. Alright, so it's gonna take me a bit more time, but taking the boar out there makes the most sense. Even if I could just warp. And that would cut some time in half there. We're just gonna take the boar over there. But yeah, I mean, this seed right here, I think is a good example of why I do Shuffled Shadow Crystal. Because a lot of my progression was just in spheres 0 to 2? And the last thing I was looking for was actually in Sphere 0. Third chest? Well, third chest would be pretty decent. All things considered. Third chest would put it in the lobby, basically. Be fine with me. Okay. Morning Spike. This was basically, get Lantern from Isa Helping Hand to, what happened exactly? It was like, oh, we had a fishing rod hinted to Fyrus, and we had an important Dominion rod in Kakariko, and that meant that we needed a second Dominion rod, and the second Dominion rod was randomly found somewhere else. I can't remember where right now. And that second Dominion rod got us both our first sword and our spinner from Farron Woods. And then, like I said, we had the Lantern on Isa Helping Hand, and that was required to get, oh, whoops, I need to do that. To get, Zora armor. Oh, I'm messing this all up. To get Zora armor from Eldon Stock Cave, which was the Lantern chest specifically. But to get that, we had to go to Snow Peak, which was vanilla in this seed, to get Iron Boots out of Snow Peak. And so what happened is you have a Cactu Blazetta path, and that Blazetta path, is locked behind Double Claw Shot. And unfortunately, your Double Claw Shot is behind Gold Bugs. Okay. Okay. We gotta go this way. Yeah, I figured that was gonna happen. And so it was basically a casino for the Gold Bug, because there was another Gold Bug that locked Ball and Chain, which we knew, very early on. And so what ended up happening is that the double claw shot, the gold bug, ends up being just Sphere Zero in Lake on one of the chests that you have to use the Kuko to fly to. Okay. So I spent like 15 or 20 minutes looking for it. Yeah, each bug gives you a reward, but in these settings, there's only 6 gold bugs that are relevant. Fortunately. But that still makes it really annoying, because if you find a gold bug, well, you kind of want to go turn that in as soon as you can, right? Okay. Not that for the boss key. And so I end up finding a bunch of bait gold bugs. Like, I ended up finding like 3 of them that were not it. And then the last one was the 4th one, which was, like I said, Lake Hylia, the one of the statue chests that's Sphere Zero. And it's just really annoying to just be like, oh, let me just route Castletown, Cac, and Ordon, right? And then Lake Hylia. Because, like, you would think that it wouldn't just be in Lake Hylia. Like, that it would be behind some of the other items that you ended up getting. But no. No. Just Sphere Zero Lake. Just freaking Sphere Zero Lake, dude. Yeah, unfortunately you were wrong, John. Alright, it's not on this side either. So now I gotta go to the other path. Dude, in this game, when you don't shuffle Shadow Crystal, it's 10 times worse. Because you can warp everywhere, right? And you don't want to have to warp everywhere. Right? Well, you don't want to have to go to hit up all of the same places you do every seed, right? But I basically have to in these settings because of how it's set up. Yeah, I appreciate it, John. Because, like, the other part to this seed that really sucks, Spike, is that you get a 2 important items, 3 major hint for CAC. Okay, like I said, the one important item that we knew of for sure was Dominion Rod, right? But then there was also a bow in CAC. And there was another bow in Sphere Zero as well. So you could technically decide, oh, maybe it doesn't consider that bow and CAC important. Like, there's a chance it might not, right? Even though they're both Sphere Zero. So, you know about the Firest path with the fishing rod. So you go to Snow Peak, and inside Snow Peak, no joke, 2 wallets. And there's a wallet-based check, okay, that's nothing. There's a wallet-based check in CAC. Now, can I leave? Yeah, I totally can. No problems there. And this might be the Gale Boomerang chest having, or the Gale Boomerang check having the boss key. And so I go to check the wallet check in CAC. I beat Snow Peak first, okay? Because I'm trying to make up for the time loss I had in finding the double claw shot, right? Because, like, you gotta think that, oh, surely it's this wallet, right? And I just get my iron boots in CAC, which is hinted, important, right? 2 important items in CAC, right? The bow is potentially the third, like, the second, or like one of those 3 that's just considered major, right? Turns out, no! It was a gold bug behind the wallet. And so I had to go back to Snow Peak, and it ends up being the worst check to go, well, okay, second worst check to go to in Snow Peak, which is the goat cheese chest. And the reason why I'd say it's the second worst is because you have to go further into the dungeon. It's the furthest you have to go in the dungeon. So it's just very time consuming. So of course it did that to me. Okay. Like, of freaking course. So I had to snowboard my way back to Snow Peak. And it is the... Oh my god. Man, does it... Why is it the stupid mini-boss, dude? Why is it the stupid mini-boss? That's just the worst luck for the boss key, dude. That is... This seed is just... This seed is just dumb with this go mode. Yes, I'm in go mode. The seed, like, I'm making it sound like it was a horrible seed. It wasn't horrible, just annoying. And it continued to be annoying throughout, as you can see, because now I have to go back this way. And I have to go fight the stupid monkey for the boss key. And there's no way to know that where the boss key is because Forest Temple was hinted foolish. And you know what this rando does when a region is hinted foolish and there's a hint sign in the foolish region? It doesn't tell you anything else. So even though we have these wonderful dungeon hints for telling you where your boss key is in the dungeon, or like, what the mini-boss has in this dungeon, it won't tell me that. So I had to blind check the dungeon, the foolish dungeon, to look for the boss key. And such. It's so you don't end up. It's so you don't end up checking a hint sign in a foolish zone. That's the only reason why it does that. That's why they did that. They don't want you to go to the foolish area, at all, basically. But it doesn't play well when you get a foolish dungeon, because then you're just checking the foolish dungeon, like, not knowing where the boss key is, and you just have to, like, you know. Yeah, probably, but, to be honest, it's like, this is like the second seed, I've had this happen as well, because it comes down to if you get any of your dungeons hinted foolish in the first place. Because if you don't get them hinted foolish, then you will get your, you know, your, signs to go mode stuff, you know, more quickly. But yeah, hilariously, this seed would have been, like, very fast if I just did the classic, 4 main area routing. That's the joke about it. If I had just done the main regions warping around everywhere, I would have had double claw shot. I would have routed Cack Gorge for the gold bug that was behind that to get the ball and chain off of Agatha. But now this is just gonna be basically the same amount of time as, almost the same amount of time as last night's seed. It's probably gonna be a little bit faster. Not by much. Like, it'll probably be like maybe 10 minutes faster. Maybe. Maybe. That's still under the amount of time I have for hotfix on Tuesday, but yeah. Oh, how? Okay, so Wooloo told me what happened. That, wait, no, that's the wrong way. Apparently, his first slam was from Snide. Or something. I have no idea what happened after the whole, like, feather bow and 18 blueprints and stuff like that. Isles telling him he misses EB's twirl locked in training grounds. Oh, yeah, that's what it was. 18, 19, and 20 blueprints, yeah. But then it sounds like after that, the seed was very straightforward. Right? That's the impression that I got. But yes, I was thinking already that, like, it was an Isles medal when he was, like, struggling for checks. For most of the last few hours. Okay. I wasn't sure how long you were there for. I don't know if you were there for as, like, if you were there longer than I was, because I had to bail to do this. Oh yeah, ice cold. Oh my gosh. Also Morden, sorry I didn't say that earlier. The two major crash outs. I have to go look at those. Again, I will say this, I have gotten burned by ILCVs a lot. But it's content, so I keep it on. People like it when I'm getting bamboozled by ILCVs. It's funny. I still finish the seed under 3 hours when it happens, usually. Does it feel bad? Yes. But it's still funny, you know, when it happens. Like, sure, you get a little worried about, like, oh, are people still interested in me trying to figure out what my pathing is or whatever, but by Cave's logic and BLZR... into IMO makes the bad hints worth it. Well, we did do that, John. We certainly did. Okay, fine. Yeah. The death warping. Yeah, the death warping in caves. Yeah, there's very few instances where it's logically possible to death warp, and it's because the area you go into has to be enemies that respawn even when you do the check. So if you complete the check and the enemies don't respawn because of it, that room is not a room you can death warp in to get into caves. That's the rule. So Diddy upper cabin is not a death warp location, because if you clear the check, if you kill the enemies, which you have to do to spawn the Simian Spring Pad, and then you light the candles and you collect the check, those enemies will never come back. Same thing with the lower cabin. You kill the enemies, you collect the check, those enemies don't come back. And then there's some rooms that you just literally can't death warp in because they put you back at the entrance of the cabin or the igloo. Balloon can also be hinted to take fall damage and wait, really? What? What? I legit did not know that. What? That's insane. Who decided that? Morden Pojo, thank you for the raid. I'm assuming you had another very funny dungeon ER scene tonight. Yeah, probably LaRock for some reason. But wait, here's the other question. Wasn't I told that, like, you logically can't, like, fall damage inside the mushroom to death warp? Wasn't I told that wasn't logical? Like, sure, you can use the Kasplat in that room if you're not doing Kasplat location shuffle, but you thought it was? Maybe I'm misremembering. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I might be misremembering. Don't quote me on that. I could be wrong. Throw you a curveball right at the very end. Oh, okay. So it was tame. Okay. Maybe it is logical then, Spike. You might know more. Might know that better than I do. Death Warp logic in Donk is so weird. It's so weird to figure out. Isradel. You have heard discussions of it. Cause so here's the weird thing, okay? There's the layer that you don't have access to the Kasplat, and then there's the layer that you do have access to the Kasplat. So it's kind of like, it depends on the layer you're on that you have access to, right? And I guess if, technically speaking, if you have access to the layer that has the Kasplat, you have access to all of the mushroom more than likely anyway. So you're just gonna be able to death warp from the Kasplat in that instance, but in the... I'm saving my bomb arrow for the second Dynalphos. You're just gonna do it that way. Are you... Brother? The heck? You're just gonna do it that way, right? You're just gonna use the Kasplat, the Death Warp. But if you have only access to the first layer, you can jump down from the level that is like where the entrance is that you would go out from. You can take fall damage from that high or whatever. So, yeah. I would assume that I assumed that was logical, but I actually don't know if it is. And I thought I might have been told by somebody at some point, no, it's not, but in chat, but I, like, because of, like, mercy reasons or something, I don't know. But, what? What? Dying to the Kasplats is never in logic? What? Oh, because of Kasplat Shuffle. Oh, that would explain why the Kasplat in Galleon Lobby is not considered logical to reach the entrance that's underwater. That would be why. There was a required captain's hat hinted in Stone Tower. You collected it, then went into ISTT entrance, which led to Stone Tower Temple, which had the boss key and Goron, so you were just needing to find the remaining dungeon entrances and boss keys. You then did your third dungeon and only had to find Snowhead Temple. So you figure, okay, required captains. Obviously, that's for Nova. As I already have Adola's remains a lullaby. Nope. Graves' Storms. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Maybe that's what I was confusing it with, Spike. Was the Kasplat. Maybe I was told the Kasplat isn't logical, and I confused that with falling and dying, like, as the Death Warp. Maybe that's what happened. That might have been what happened. That might have been, like, Seagull telling me that, and then I just merge the two or something. I don't know. I'm gonna snooze the ads since we're at the end of the seed. Then you find Soho Temple and backable and just like, okay, cool, go mode. Find the temple and realize, crap, you don't have the boss key, so you check everything you can, no boss key. Guess where the boss key was? Oh, wait. Ah, I goofed on that. I had... Oh, what? Okay, I guess this is fine. Yeah, this is fine. Guess where the boss key was. I'm gonna guess one of the stray fairies that you just blipped on checking. Either that or it's actually vanilla. Ceiling bubble fairy. Okay, I was right. Okay, well, it's not that you could check it, it's that you probably couldn't peek it. Or you couldn't get it because of no GFM. Oh, wow. I can't believe I did that. The heck? Wow. I am really messing up this phase. That's 2 times now I've messed this up. This week. And when you mess it up, okay. There. Okay. A GFM was an ocean spider house chest. Oh my gosh. That's comically bad, dude. Oh my gosh. That is comically bad. Oh god. No, he stopped. Oh, what the f— I absolutely hate the horseback when it does this, dude. North, go. Oh, there he is. Okay, we got him. Alright, we're fine. We're not fine. Never mind. Well, we stunned him. Okay, traded. Please go. Please go. Please go. Please go. Please go. Oh! God dang it, that U-turn. Okay, there. Following hints, Mini Monkey Path to all keys, Chunky Face and Kongs, entering Galleon Main to Mechfish important on your quest, entering Aztec Main to Beetle Race important on your quest. Oh my gosh. Ice cold, that sounds so bad. What did you do? You pressed the gen button. And it blew up. Dude, yeah, this is barely coming under the, like, last night's seed, and last night's seed was way worse. That's so ridiculous. I really do just need to treat this like, MM Rando when it's Shadow Crystal, like you're starting with it, and just do Lake after Castletown, CAC, and Ordon then. Like, that's just what I have to do for the settings. It's boring, it sucks, but I just need to accept that I cannot do what I did tonight, because it really... Unless, I mean, obviously, unless, of course, I get Lake foolish, but... By accident. Okay. All right. To be fair, though, this seed was actually kind of like almost... Actually, all major items were required, basically, in this seed, actually. So it was almost like I had a Palace of Twilight seed because of this. Because of how it placed the items, funnily enough. Even though, yes, the answer at the end of it... GG's, by the way. The answer at the end of it was just Sphere 0 for Double Claw. This was basically like I had required Zant anyway. Thank you for the GGs. Let me actually get a, like, how would what would it consider? What spheres were these items in? Like, genuinely. Like, how, we know the one claw shot is sphere 0, but it's gonna be marked as sphere 1 because it was a gold bug, right? But it's basically Sphere 0, because it was the gold bug, right? Let's see. How many major items are in Sphere 0? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. 8 required major items were in Sphere 0 this seed. And then in Sphere 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 more. And then in Sphere 2, 1, 2, just 2? Is that it? Oh. Okay, yeah, 2 in Sphere 2, and then the deepest item I think is the deepest items are the iron boots, the ant to get the ball and chain, and then the spinner. And so the deepest item is Oro's Memo in Sphere 5. Sorry, yeah, the deepest item is actually Oro's Memo at Sphere 5. Zor Armor and Ball and Chain are in Sphere 4. And then the seed is done at Sphere 8. Like, it's just getting keys and the boss key and whatnot, and the fuse shadows at the end. So, in total, in Spheres 1 and 2, it's how many? It was 8. So it's 13 major items in Spheres 0 and 1. If you take away the gold bugs, it would be 12 in Spheres 1 and 0 and 1. That is absolutely probably a lot more in Sphere 0 than these other seeds I've played, I think. So far. Which is why this seed ended the way it did. But 239, that is on the high side. It's not what I want. But yeah. Thank you all for the GGs. Thank you all for watching. I never, you know the other part of this too? I never found the item path hint. Where the frick was that? Was there even an item path hint? Like, because that would be the one thing that would improve the seed, is if you found the stupid item path hint. But there might not have been. Have to fire us, wrestling with a bow. Zero dungeon, stock cave. Path to Ganondorf. No, there is no. I don't think it was able to roll an item path in. Cause yeah, your deepest item is hinted by way of the Zora armor hint and everything else. So I gotta snooze ads one more time again. That's kind of annoying. All right, well that does it for me tonight, everybody. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate it once again. Let's see, who are we raiding tonight? Ash is live, but like, it looks like she's been going with Donk for a minute. And like, usually when it's a season 4 seed, when you're like nearly 2 hours in, you're like done. Okay? So, but I haven't rated her for a bit, so maybe she would appreciate it anyway. I guess I'll just do that. Morning, Andy. We'll just raid into her anyway, even though she's probably close to go mode. What do you mean I had 13 items? 13 major required items in spheres 0 and 1, and my double claw shot was behind a gold bug in sphere 0 and was my last item I needed, and therefore the gold bug's location itself was not hinted. That'll do. Yeah, so thank you all for watching. That'll be the raid message. I'll be back tomorrow with some combo, and then we're doing another TP tomorrow night. So, like I said, we're practicing. I know that like it's a lot of TP this week, but I have to make sure that I'm finishing at least under the time limit I have, which this does. Like, we would have the breaks and stuff. This would still fit, okay? I would not be happy with the time, but at least I'm finishing before 250 happens, okay, on the timer, okay? So, yeah. You all have a good night. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.